Hello again, Jamaica, and welcome to the Jamaica Patriotic Alliance. I am the great defender. Colossians 2 verse 8 says, "Beware, lest anyone spoil you through philosophy or vain deceit, after the traditions of men, the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ." With these words, I greet you once more, Jamaica, the diaspora, and the world, in the powerful name of God Almighty. Jamaica today is being ruled by the devil's philosophy. The devil's philosophy that promotes the murder of your fellow citizens, that promotes witchcraft and evil. The devil's philosophy that encourages some of the people to go to their sorcerers or hobermen to hold down other people's children. The devil's philosophy that makes you can't stand to see your neighbor with anything good. You think it should be yours instead. The devil's philosophy that makes some of the women want to take their friend's man, and the devil's philosophy that make the men want to take their friend's woman. All these are devil's philosophies. And everything combines to affect the way Jamaicans act and think. And the world is awaiting Jamaica to evolve from the shadows of despair, from the shadows of non-productiveness, from the shadows of hardship, from the shadows of poverty. And Jamaica seems to be afraid to step out into the light and shine like a beacon on a hill. We are a country that is much better than what we see going on. The crime in Jamaica has spiraled out of control because the leaders have allowed it to. They are not dying, so they don't care. But the time has come for the people of Jamaica who wants a country to participate in changing the course of history and to come forward and give your support to a new movement, to come into Jamaica and get on the ballots and totally change the political landscape so we can have a country. As it is right now, too many Jamaicans are being left behind. We believe that those who are on the corners with nothing to do can be thrown in a classroom and taught skills. Forget about the entrance exams. Get them in the classroom and get them educated. Someone said, my philosophy of having 2 universities per parish seems far-fetched. I said to the gentleman, in fact, we can have more than 2 universities per parish. If you think 2 is too much, I am thinking we can even have more. And so we have to now bring our people to the fore, because the people will have to play their part in developing our country and making our country a better place for all of us to enjoy. And so, if you listen to your leaders talk, they don't speak with inclusiveness. They speak on individual basis. They are very individualistic minded men that don't realize that they have a country to run. A country has got many tentacles that all have to be attended to. We cannot just figure on a handful of people and the rest of the country is left neglected. The farmers in the hillsides of Jamaica must be subsidized and be motivated and inspired to produce products that we can sell on the world market, and not only that, that we can consume locally, because my vision for Jamaica is to make Jamaica the healthiest place on earth. And so we believe that it is time Jamaica invest heavily in organic food, because we have the most fertile lands in the Western Hemisphere. We can grow our natural food, and we in Jamaica can make the world a healthier place. Tourism would boom if people know they can come to Jamaica to get the healthiest food, organic food, and they can live longer and stronger. And so we have to now include the people in building the country. Borrowing money does not build your country. It is people that build a country, and you have to empower the people. You have to build the people so the people can build the country. And so the boy that is walking with his pants below his ass, we can take him and make him into a social worker. We will take the boy who thinks the only thing he can do is crush the weed in his hand middle, and we will make him into a psychologist. We believe the young woman that doubts herself, that thinks she can only become pregnant and have children for different men, we will show her self-esteem and values and lift her up from the poverty status that she is currently being taken advantage of because of her poverty, and we will make her into a model that the world can look on and say, look at what Jamaica has done for its people. We must become world leaders in helping our people. The welfare system must be instituted in Jamaica. I believe that every unemployed person in Jamaica should be getting a stipend or allowance or a check for at least $20,000 to $25,000 a month. I've said that in prior broadcasts. And this would cushion these poor people that they can now go on to educate themselves. Now people will ask you, how will these people go on to become educated? We are going to build universities and colleges for our nation's people. But until then, the very high schools that you have can become high schools by day and universities at night. So the people that we have on the corners not educated, after high school is over, we will put them there. It becomes universities by night. And therefore, they will learn from 6 till 10. And then we will have people clean these classrooms and prep them again and have them ready for the students to come in the morning back to high school. We have got to learn to utilize what we have until we get what we want. And so I believe that we will take the knowledge to the people. And so the people become empowered and to assist in building their country. this nonsense about borrowing billions only to steal it and put it back in overseas banks and enrich those countries that are already rich. What about Jamaica? When will Jamaica emerge from the shadows of poverty and hardship? We need to militarize our youngsters from high schools. Those in high schools, we need to have the National Development Force from the high schools, that you use them to develop the country. In addition to the people that are already out there on the street with nothing to do, you have to now empower them. But you have to feed them. Take care of your people. Health care. A lot of them cannot afford health care. We have to begin to bring first world amenities into Jamaica to make Jamaica the fully potentially powerful country that it can be. We want our slice of the cake. Mr. Government, you have failed for many years, and we are asking you to think of stepping down. I'm asking the people of Jamaica and the people in the diaspora to begin to support a movement, begin to desire change so you can have a country to enjoy. The crime that you see going on, it is you, the people, will combine with law enforcement to stop the crime. But government has got to give the people the incentive to help to fight crime. As it is right now, the people are not shielded from the criminals. And so therefore, the judges that seem to take bribes and that seem to not wanting to enforce the laws, we have to think of removing them from the judicial system and put people in place, train people on the mantra of patriotism, so that they know everything you do is about Jamaica. Forget about your emotions. This is about your country. We have a country to save. And I ask the people, when will you say enough is enough? Every Jamaican that I've spoken to in the past 5 or 10 years, 9 out of 10 wants a better Jamaica. This is your chance to jump ship. You have nothing to lose. And let us build a country. We will create a local economy that will keep the people fed and keep the people housed. Too many Jamaicans are not living in dignified manners. Some of them are living in shacks all over the countryside and in the city. We need public housing. I was laughing recently when I saw a young man who cried for help, and they built a little house for him, and the way the government jumped in to make it look like they did something great. What you did for one young man, you should be doing for thousands of Jamaicans. When is the last time has government put up a government housing unit for poor people of Jamaica to take people off the streets? The psychiatric units need to be across the island. We need therapists across the island. People who are sitting on the street corners can become therapists to assist in the growth and development of our country, to help the less fortunate. You who are being wasted, we want to put you to use, because you have greatness in you, but your leaders don't know how to motivate, they don't know how to inspire. It is time you look for new leadership. Until next time, I am the Great Defender. Join the Jamaica Patriotic Alliance, the Great Defender. Spread the word so it can be word. God bless you.